All right, I am live. I see a red box around my screen, so that's how I know. And so welcome, parents. Thank you for joining me and my team for our open house. My name is Chung Ying, school principal, and I am going to talk a little bit about some of the procedures and policies that's pertaining to the entire school. And also we're gonna have Nurse to talk a little bit about our updates. Let me go ahead and share my screen so we can start with this meet and greet. Let me share my screen real quick. Here we go. All right, so I would like to, instead of using the presentation feature, I'll just use this screen because it's easier to switch back and forth between different two tabs. Actually, let me go ahead and record this before I forget. Okay, I think we already started recording. Great. So because later on I'm gonna show you some of the move line traffic flows on Google Map. So that way I need to maneuver between a couple tabs. This is easier and less glitchy. All right, I will go ahead. Here is our agenda. We're gonna talk about, once again, our arrival, dismissal traffic, how the moving lines and how we suggest our parents drive and where you pick up your children and things like that. And then after that, Ms. Shah is going to talk a little bit about grading policy as a campus-wide policy. So we're making a little bit adjustments on that. So Ms. Shah will bring you an update on that. And then I also know that one of the questions that come up very frequently is the staffing updates. We have a few teachers though who are not here for different reasons, so I'll spend a little bit of time to talk about that. And then Nurse Stubblefield has some updates for you related to COVID and things like that. Next is we're gonna talk about middle school home devices, and then we may be needing parent volunteer opportunity and also Living Tree. That's one communication channel that we're gonna start utilizing more and more starting this school year, because it's very easy to use, and you can do it on your mobile device and whatnot. So we'll get into a little bit more detail once we get there. All right, first I want to talk about the arrival dismissal. So I want to first give Ms. Doris Huang a shout out for thank you for creating this slide for us, and so that it's easier to understand the traffic flow. So basically, I think we're doing a very good job. And also a special shout out to Mr. Silveira for standing out there on West Alabama Street every day just to direct traffic, because I can see that because of him, it allows for our parents to exit very, very quickly. So thank you, Mr. Silveira, and parents, if you see Mr. Silveira, please be sure to give him a huge shout out and thank you. All right, so this is West Alabama. I want to make sure you can see my mouse on the screen. Basically, all of the parents stage. It's a 4-lane street, so we want you to all stage on the far right lane and just waiting in line here. And you come in here. This is important, is that let's not, as you get into what I call the driveway, please do not park there. Definitely no parking there, because if one car stops, then everybody backs up. So please don't park there. And then you loop around, and then this is where we stage. We want to drive as far up ahead as possible. I don't want to leave any space, and this is what I tell our work helpers. Is that that's why we say, hey, move up, drive up all the way up. Let's not leave any spacing in this lane. And also, please do not exit your vehicle. We have five staff stationed there, including our student teachers, to help your child exit. And so please don't leave your car, because you exit the car and jump back in, that's going to delay the process. So please allow us to help you. And for that matter, if your child need a little bit extra time, this is where we encourage you to go. This parent parking area, it's only one way. So you loop around, instead of coming this way, you go to that parking area. And I promise you, it flows pretty fast. So do me a favor, if you feel like you need to, exit your car, helping your child exit, park here and do all of that, because guess what, we have a crossing guard here, right here at the crossing area. So you're welcome to escort your child to the front of the building, or your child will be safely crossing with the crossing guard's help. So that's something we want to pay attention to. And another thing about parking is that definitely don't park at the handicap parking unless you have a current handicap permit, and don't park any reserve parking, including the admin parking spot and also the donors parking spot, because they're all potentially have cars to need to park there. This spot was taken one time, and then so she was delayed to duty. So please, because every little thing have a other consequence and can lead to a delay of our morning routine. So please definitely don't take our teacher or staff's parking spot. All right, so as soon as your child exit your car, all of the first to fifth graders, they enter in the front entrance, and the pre-K kinder, they come to the dragon door because that's where they have lunch, breakfast there. And then our middle school, I think they're doing a very good job too, staging at the Phoenix door coming in. So all of the students, let's pay attention to this one. All the students come in after 8:35. Everyone come into the front door, and because that's because by then our teachers, they are going to their classroom, and we still have someone at the front door to check temperatures and all. Next page is our dismissal routine. So it's very similar in that your cars will all stage here. And then, the same deal, we don't park over here on the driveway. If you need to park, this is the parking area, that's one way. Definitely give Mr. Michael Liu, a shout out for being there in the heat, in the rain, getting your placards. So thank you, Mr. Liu, for doing that every day. And also, so definitely give Mr. Liu your placard. And if you don't have the placard, anytime during business hours, please come to the front office. We'll get you a placard. We'll print you one, so you can always hand that to Mr. Liu. And it's important that you have placard, regardless if you're picking up your child in the car or walking up. This is one way to identify that you have the authority to pick up your child, because without a placard, we don't know your identity. Okay, the same way, the traffic flows the same way, parking situation is the same. Do not exit. If you're in the pickup lane, do not exit. If you need to exit, you park the car and then you can exit to pick up your child. So all of here you can see by the two lions, that's our front door, and right next to that is our emergency exit, and that's all of our middle school walkers exit. And then here's the dragon door, that's all of the car riders exit, the car rider and elementary walker or middle school walker with elementary siblings, they all walk out of this dragon door. Now, if your mom and dad wanting to walk up to pick up your child with a placard, Phoenix door is the right way. So I can see that more and more we're doing a good job that the parents are all waiting outside the Phoenix door. So that would, by going to the correct location, will allow us to quickly dismiss our students. So thank you all for doing that. Let's see, do not park in the handicap. Once again, same thing, please don't park at the handicap unless you have a current permit. All right, next one, I want to quickly talk about traffic flow. So this is where I switched to Google Map. So I'm going to maneuver over Google Map real quick, so take a look at this. So this is a bird's eye view of our school, and I'm gonna move the screen down here a little bit. It came to our attention that, we've always have traffic jam right about this area where West Alabama, McCloud meet and Westheimer meet. So if you are staging on Westheimer, that's actually not the way to stage. If you're on Westheimer coming this way, I like to suggest you to continue on and turn on Yorktown. Okay, get on Yorktown Street, and I promise you, there's not a lot of traffic there. So you're actually getting to your child faster. So this is my suggestion: get on Yorktown, drive all the way down here. This is our new Spark Park. Like, park alongside Yorktown and tell your child, hey, you can be a walker. If you're elementary student, then we need your waiver. So it's on our website. Please submit your waiver to consent form rather to your child's homeroom teacher. If your child is middle school, they can be a walker and exit the front door. They will walk alongside here, not across the parking lot though. This is important, not across the parking lot, but along this building and exit this way. See, we have a gate, we have a door open this way. You'll quickly find your child if you park alongside Yorktown and then pick up your child. You can continue on, loop around, exit Chimney Rock, or you can turn around and go back up Yorktown to Westheimer. Yorktown is a two-way street. So really, instead of waiting on Westheimer, I say go to Yorktown and then pick up your child on this side door right here. So that's something I want to point out. Also, if you would like to, hey, come into the front door and do this, pick up or drop off at the, front door, this is where you stage. You properly stage here. You continue on Yorktown and loop around. Get on Hidalgo, McCloud, and this is how we stage on McCloud. I think it's a 2-lane. So I know sometimes St. George, they will also have their traffic, but we'll be courteous and then we'll just slowly drive past them and do not use the inside lane because some of their car might be entering their parking lot on the right lane. But once you pass their parking lot and then you get on the right lane and you stage McCloud, and then you get on West Alabama and then you come into our parking to pick up your child. So that's the correct way. I want to once again to talk about this is the correct way to stage your vehicle if your child's a car rider. All right, so let me move on to the next slide. That's the traffic flow. Okay, so next I want to hand the mic or camera to Ms. Shah to talk about grading policy. Ms. Obando, please help me switch camera. Ms. Shah, turn on your microphone so we can hear you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but also turn on your camera so we can.
It is.
Oh.
It is on.
Okay. Let me stop sharing my screen and see if that'll change. Okay. It doesn't change anything.
It's all right. Fine. I mean, I can just talk. It will be very quickly because more important, parents attend teachers' sessions, talk about their own syllabus. But this is, so hi parents, I am Ms. Shah, the teacher specialist here. I do a lot of other stuff. You probably receive a lot of emails regarding the magnet stuff, the testing stuff from me, and then sorry for bombarding you with emails, but that's how we love to communicate with you. So if anything, you guys can always email me, and then I will get back to you ASAP. So let me jump into this grading cycle. So this calendar you're currently looking at, it is on the HISD academic calendar, which you can just Google and search. It will pop up in HISD's website. The one thing I wanted to point out is the end of grading periods on the chart that you see, October 1st, November 12th, January 14th. So these are the days that after these days, our teacher will not receive any work for that cycle. Means because that's a cutoff day for our teacher to verify grades, which will have time for Miss Connie to ended up sending out report cards on October 8th. So she will need, Miss Connie will need that 7 days a week to process that. So please don't nitpicking on those days. Say, okay, the report card goes out on the 8th and we're gonna turn and work on November 7th. Please do not do that. It will cause us a lot of issues. Connie will give our teachers a lot of issues too, because that's the reason with the verified grade time. So the next slide, please. Next slide, Ms. Obano, please. So all of these informations it can be found in our student and parents handbook. We're just basically bringing out the most important information for you.
Sorry.
Can I have the next slide, please? Oh.
All right. Sorry. I'm back. I think I was kicked out of there was a glitch, but I'm back.
Oh, okay, great. So the grading policy, this is direct from HISD, but it's also in our student parent and handbook. So I'm not gonna read through, everybody can read. So that's what it is. And can I have a next slide, please? So this one is based on HISD's grading policy. We also kind of made a little bit change for MIMS only. And our teacher will have their own syllabus that's built based on the school's grading policy. So basically, we will have 4 categories of gradings, which is classwork, quizzes, test and projects, and homework. So one thing I need to point it out is classwork has no retakes. It depends on the teachers, what type of work as a classwork. Basically, it is any independent work students do in class. Could be participation, could be, performances based. So the differences between elementary and middle schools is just a weighting. Elementary students will have 35% for classwork and middle school will have 30%. The differences on the 5% was middle school will count 5% for homework. But elementary does not. And then for quizzes and tests and projects, is the same weighting for elementary and middle school. And they'll only have 1 retake. Our teacher, after the quiz days or test days, teachers will provide reteach before every retakes for the students. So for more details, please check out our teacher's syllabus. And I'm pretty sure after our general sessions, teachers will talk about this. And if you guys have any more questions, please ask our teachers. And just one more thing to point out is on tests and projects, with projects, there will be no retakes. But for tests, yes. Next slide, please. That's it. Oh, wait, there's a conduct. Yes. So conducts is the same as, oh, there's one more slide before that slide. So this is just a chart that I show you. It's the same content from the previous slides. I just wanted to show that our teachers teaching our students based on the multi-learning styles. Some people like to read, that's why I have a text out. And some people more like graphic pictures. That's another way of presenting information and teaching our students. So just something for you to take a look again. The next slide, please. So conduct, this is all based on HISD's standards. You will find more details on our student and parent handbook. So younger grade level might do colors, but the standards are the same and the grading are the same. Next, please. This is the magnet. Everyone probably familiar with this thing. When you come to MIMS, there was on the millions of papers that you have to sign and fill out. That's one of the paper you have to sign is the magnet entrance agreement. So basically, because we are a specialty schools, that's a magnet school, so students have to meet certain academic standards and attendance, behavior, and all that to be able to continue or renew again next year in our program. So one thing is there for attendance, you have to attend 90% of attend school 90% of the time with 10% excuses and excused absence. And then for grades, pre-K through 5th, there is requirement for students have to receive 70 in all core subjects like English, language, art, social studies, science, math, and the magnet course in our school case will be the Mandarin class. For middle school students, it's 75 or higher in all core subjects and 80 or higher in magnet classes. So I'm pretty sure teachers will talk about this again in their syllabus, but that's one of the or two of the most important things. So if you fail on either one of those categories, there will be a growth plan in actions because we will constantly monitor students' performances. The growth plan means it's a external way to help students, keep them accountable, and we will every 6 weeks we will review. So basically it's just to help them. It's not anything that once you get on growth plan, you're screwed. So don't freak out if that happens. It's just a way to keep the students accountable and so that they can remain in our program. And that's end of my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shah. Let's see, let's come back to me. I'll go ahead and start. I know we don't have a whole lot of time. So real quick staffing update. First grade, we're very happy that starting today, Ms. Wood, Patty Wood, will be our sub teacher until our first grade teacher starts. And I don't have a clear timeline as to when the teacher will start. The teacher who is relocating, there's some delays. So I will have to, as soon as I have that more of that information, I will bring to you. But Ms. Wood is great. She is a certified teacher. She retired and then used to work at Maryland, and we're bringing her back. She and Ms. Russo is a great team. They're partnering up. Ms. Wood has already started today. Ms. Cho, currently we have a sub in the classroom, but also at the same time, we're bringing a Mandarin speaker, Ms. Su, starting tomorrow. All of Ms. Cho's students, they will receive some kind of Mandarin conversation and help from Ms. Su, alongside with our sub teacher. Ms. Thome, she has passed the standard 10-day quarantine period, but at this time she's still not feeling 100%. We're staying in close contact with Ms. Thome, and we check in with her very frequently. But at this time, she has not been cleared by the doctor yet. So we definitely need to make sure that she fully recover 100%, and then also is released by the doctor. Then we'll bring her back. In the meantime, Ms. Hall, the sub-teacher, will return tomorrow. All right, next is Ms. Stubblefield's update. Nurse Stubblefield.
Hello. So really quick updates. Number one, just know that we are keeping close watch over COVID and illnesses that are happening in the schools. Some things that we will definitely send your kids home for are fever, nausea, and diarrhea. Those are the big three, which means that your kid automatically needs to go home, and we definitely need a COVID test for them. We understand that this is Houston. A lot of kids do have allergies, so a runny nose here and there is not necessarily going to send your kid in quarantine for 10 days. I do ask that if you do know that your child does suffer from seasonal allergies, please make sure that you give them their allergy medication as needed. Also, as far as COVID testing is concerned, there are plenty of free COVID testing sites around the city of Houston, but HISD will not accept home COVID tests. So those are the tests that you can buy over the counter at the grocery store and test yourself at home. You're free to purchase those tests if you would like, but as far as being readmitted into school, HISD will not accept that. It has to come from a licensed lab or doctor's office. Other than that, those are the big questions. Kids that are exposed will be notified. We'll let the parents know of exposure. We are no longer doing the mass emails or the mass phone calls to let you know about cases. To find out about the cases, you need to look at the COVID dashboard on the HISD website. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Nurse Stubblefield. All right, back to me. All right, so last couple of items is going to be really quick. So for middle school, we are saying that no, they do not have to bring home devices. We do have some Chromebooks to pass out to teachers on an assignment basis. We don't quite have one-to-one devices to every student yet, but at the same time, whatever assignment that the teachers are doing, we'll be sure that either we have the devices to use, or there's a paper-based alternative. So that's no home devices. For parent volunteers, so right now my understanding is we can accept parent volunteer outside the building, and VIPs approved. It's harder to come inside at this time, because the community, COVID and everything. But outside, I'm open to that idea, and I actually can use some parent volunteers to help with morning and afternoon arrival dismissal. So if you're interested in volunteering, I will be happy to communicate with you. Please send me an email and with subject line parent volunteer. This way you will help us use the correct subject line that will allow me to quickly sort and collect your information and communicate with all of you. And then the last one is Living Tree. Earlier we talked about more and more we're gonna rely more on Living Tree to communicate with you quickly. I just had a meeting with Living Tree rep, Mr. Cash, about updating all of the parent contact information. So give us a couple of days. Basically, all of the students, if you're in the system right now, if you're in our Power School, and we have your phone number and email address. So with that, Mr. Cash is going to update the contact list, the database. So our new parents, very soon, you will start receiving our email Living Tree communication. So that's that, right on time, 5 o'clock. So this wraps up the administration's portion of open house. I trust that you all have the list meeting access to different grade level. If not, thanks to Ms. Obondo, she has posted on school website also. So you may find those meeting access on the website. Thank you and have a great rest of the day. And thanks again. Bye-bye.